fantastic woman, a true patriot, Laura Loomer. Laura, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Laura.
Every damn day we see another story about illegal aliens going to the Ritz-Carlton, illegal aliens getting free flights, illegal aliens getting free clothes and free cell phones, and someone's going to snap. Kamala Harris gets elected as president of the United States. We are going to have an Islamic caliphate in this country.
Ever wondered what happens when a comedian's joke hits a little too close to home? Well, Bill Maher just found out the hard way. One minute he's cracking wise about Melania and Loomer, the next he's staring down the barrel of a $150 million lawsuit. Is this the end of comedy as we know it, or just another day in the Trump-era circus? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. What's the matter with Bill Maher's secret that has everyone freaking out? Imagine this then. On his HBO show, Maher is roasting Trump as usual when he notices Laura Loomer in the audience. If you've never met her, Laura Loomer is like the real-life version of a MAGA hat.
As a child, I had 2 of my Bratz dolls deported. My hobby is refurbishing vintage lawn jockeys. People think I'm all in on Trump, but some of the voices in my head like Jill Stein. I think Michael Jackson faked the moonwalking.
Angry and red, but without the sense of style. Maher couldn't help but aim because he's a comedy sharpshooter. He blasted Trump for dating Loomer only if she was his daughter. Oh no, talk about a low blow that likely affected Trump's ego as well as his lower body. The spectators, they went crazy, as if they had just witnessed Trump stumble over his own ego and tumble face first into a bucket of orange paint. They are laughing uncontrollably. Folks, it was a comedy gold moment.
This Laura Loomer, I don't know if you know anything about her, but I mean, this is, yeah, I mean, I want to go through the list of conspiracy theorists, but we thought this would be a good week to get the audience to know her a little better. My biggest fear is immigrants taking my job as a right-wing hate monger. I don't hate all brown people, just the brown ones. For example, my spirit animal was eaten by Haitians.
Who wasn't laughing though? You guessed it, it was Laura Loomer. Her amusement was akin to that of a cat in a bathtub. And wow, did she tell them all. Loomer began to post on social media more quickly than Trump could tweet fake news. It was similar to witnessing a live Twitter outburst. As she frantically tapped on her phone, you could practically see the smoke rising from her ears. At the same time, the internet was exploding. Memes and creative interpretations of Maher's jokes suddenly exploded. Even Trump's hairstylist would be envious of these Photoshop masterpieces. One meme featured Maher's face on Superman, with Trump appearing more perplexed than normal in the background, and Loomer as a crying infant. It was as though a Reddit thread had a baby with a political cartoon, and the child had become a viral sensation. This comedy show was going to become a courtroom drama, so hold on to your MAGA hats, people.
Melania Trump has been in the news a lot lately. I was talking about her in the monologue, and she's on the cover of Us Weekly with this cover at my side of the story. All the stars do it. Tim Gunn has done it. You have his, he'll be out here in a minute, and I did it. It's practically a rite of passage. You have mine, there you go. In Slovenia, I was a catalog model, which is what you call a model you order out of a catalog. I have no first language. I hope I inspire little girls everywhere to marry for money.
Because a joke isn't always a joke in the realms of comedy and politics, a lawsuit is just waiting to happen. People, it appears that Laura Loomer is taking offense at Bill Maher's joke about how Trump handles criticism because she is suing him for an astounding $150 million. Yes, Loomer has chosen to go all out, dropping a lawsuit that is bigger than Trump's ego. We are discussing more zeros than Trump's tax returns after all. This legal drama is going to get as messy as Trump's hair on a windy day, so hold on to your MAGA hats. Legal professionals are treating this case as though it were a bad joke. According to them, Loomer's chances of winning are comparable to Trump's chances of growing a full head of natural hair. The bottom line is that Loomer must demonstrate that Maher knew his statements were untrue in order to prevail in this case. I wish you luck in that endeavor. It's like attempting to demonstrate that Trump won the 2020 election. That won't happen, people, but there's still more. Additionally, Loomer must demonstrate how Maher's joke damaged her reputation. Getting Trump to acknowledge that he lost will be easier than that. Have you seen her public persona after all? It's similar to attempting to damage a skunk's reputation at a convention for perfume.
I copied this list from Michelle Obama. Sometimes when I bounce light off my diamond, Donald's hair will chase it like a cat. I wish I knew why I have a recurring dream I'm pinned beneath a giant orange sack of shit. And if I could tell my younger self just one thing, it would be this. If you catch a leprechaun and he gives you one wish, be more specific.
The entire situation is akin to a WWE match between political figures and comedians. Bill Maher, the heavyweight champion of late-night zingers, is in one corner. Laura Loomer, the underdog Trump supporter in the opposite corner, is punching far above her weight class. Do you recall a time when comedians could make fun of politicians without facing legal consequences? Those were the times. These days, it's like navigating a minefield of resentment and legal action. REM's Everybody Hurts is enough to make you question whether the Star-Spangled Banner should be substituted.
Melania Trump must do what dozens of buildings around the world have done and take the Trump name off. Getting men to change their destructive ways by threatening to leave them, humiliate them, or cut them off in bed, it's a tale as old as time. Maybe it falls to you now, Melania. You can end this reign of terror, and all you have to do is channel your inner Taylor Swift and walk out the door. Your unhappiness is obvious. You despise his creepy little monkey fingers touching your hand. Is there anyone left who can check Donald Trump? Yes, Melania.
Comedy and politics have clashed like two inebriated uncles over Thanksgiving dinner before. Do you recall when Kathy Griffin used that phony Trump head to pose? At a Bernie Sanders rally, that was about as well received as a MAGA hat. People, it appears that we have stumbled upon a comedy courtroom drama from real life. Who would have imagined that one small zinger could grow into a legal circus worth millions of dollars? However, that's show business for you, where it seems that hurt feelings have a price tag that would make Jeff Bezos shudder.
Toss his boxy clown suits on the front lawn. Just tell him I'm leaving you and I'm taking our child. He would be stunned. We have a child? Now, I know I'm probably dreaming and Melania isn't going to do any of this, but what if she had someone to do it with? Divorce is always easier in pairs. What if you had a buddy, Melania? Mrs. Rupert Murdoch, Jerry Hall. And you two have a lot in common. Your husbands are ruining the world.
Bill Maher and Laura Loomer's entire altercation is akin to a high-stakes game of Yo Mama jokes gone horribly wrong. We're all left wondering, are we all just snowflakes melting under the heat of a good roast? Or is there a line comedians shouldn't cross? In actuality, this goes beyond Maher and Loomer. In our politically charged world, we are all trying to determine where the foul begins and the funny ends. Are we too preoccupied to grab our lawyer's phone number? Or are we still able to laugh at ourselves? In any case, we will be entertained by this humorous courtroom drama, which may even provoke some thought. Who says a good laugh can't teach you something?